Never wash your car this way because clear coat is fragile and road grit is abrasive, and one wrong wash leaves permanent marks. Those little swirl webs and baked water spots can cut hundreds of dollars off resale and force spendy paint correction. Today we'll break down 5 real-world wash mistakes, show the mechanical why, and give the safe version. Pay attention to these mistakes so you don't ruin your paint. Without further saying. Mistake 1. Using the wrong soap, dish liquid, harsh cleaners. Most people reach for kitchen soap because it's handy and cuts grease. But that power is exactly what makes it dangerous for paint. Dish formulas are blended to be alkaline and to break oils fast. So every time you wash with it, you peel off wax, sealant, and even trim protection. I had a guy pull into my shop last summer with a 2-year-old black F-150. Beautiful truck, but the paint looked dull, patchy, tired. He said, "I only wash it with Dawn because it gets it clean." What he didn't realize was that every wash stripped a little more protection, until the clear coat was sitting completely naked. His truck wasn't dirty, it was chemically burned clean. A proper car shampoo is different. It's pH neutral, packed with lubrication, and designed so grit glides instead of dragging. Once the protective layer is gone, the clear coat becomes soft, meaning every wash after that adds more friction, and friction writes swirls. Dry paint grabs fall out, so contaminants bond harder and the car starts looking tired even if it's brand new. On sunny days, that bare clear coat bakes, water minerals bite in hard, and ugly dull patches appear that normal washing will never fix. There's a money hit too. Strip your wax 3 or 4 weekends in a row and suddenly the car stops beating. Water. Most people panic and think, I need a detail. That's $100 to $300 just to restore shine. And if the panels are already swirled, you're looking at machine correction, which is even more expensive. All because the wrong soap slowly attacked the surface. The fix is simple. Always wash in shade with a real automotive shampoo that says pH neutral or pH balanced. Mix it correctly so the slickness stays high. Use a clean bucket, not the dirty mop bucket from the garage. And never use household cleaners on plastic, rubber, or satin trim. Harsh formulas can haze, dry, or streak those parts, forcing you to condition or even replace them. Remember, your soap determines whether your clear coat stays glassy or turns grabby. When the clear coat dries out, tap water minerals land on bare paint and bond hard, creating permanent water spots that require polishing. UV hits harder too. Reds and blacks fade faster. Detailers see this over and over. Cars ruined not in one day, but wash after wash. Good products make washing smoother, so you press less and leave fewer trails. Bad soap makes you scrub, and scrubbing is what carves circles into clear coat. With the chemistry right, the next thread is mechanical, because how you touch the paint can do even more damage than what soap you use. But with the next mistake, it's washing in the wrong order that will ruin your paint. Mistake 2, dragging dirt across paint. The biggest paint killer is not rain or sun, it is grit being rubbed across a soft, clear coat. Road dust, brake dust, winter film, they are basically tiny rock particles. If you touch the panel before rinsing, your wash mitt becomes a sheet of fine sandpaper, and you start carving micro scratches in straight lines and circles. People do this all the time. They grab one wet mitt, start low on the doors where the grime lives, then swipe that same mitt over the hood and roof. Every piece of trapped dirt takes a ride across clean paint and leaves a spiderweb mark. Add circular motions, and you get those classic halo swirls that show up under gas station lights and tell every buyer the car was washed rough. This is why detailers always say top to bottom and wheels first. Wheels and lower rockers hold the heaviest grit. If you start there and then go up, you just move gravel to the pretty parts. Safe washing flips that script. You always knock the loose stuff off first. Wheels and tires with their own brushes, then a strong rinse or snow foam across the body to loosen traffic film, then a top to bottom contact wash. Upper panels stay cleaner, so they get one mitt. Lower doors, bumpers, and rocker panels pick up the road blast, so they get a second mitt or sponge that never touches the roof. This is why detailers keep so many buckets and mitts. It is not for show, It is so they never drag heavy grit onto soft paint. And there is one hard rule. If the mitt, sponge, or drying towel hits the ground, it is done for that wash. Concrete and asphalt hold silica, tiny sharp grains, and once those live in the fibers, you cannot see them, but they will cut every panel you touch. Grabbing the drop towel and going right back to the car is how 5 minutes of laziness becomes $500 of paint correction. Money angle is simple. Once the clear is swirled, the real fix is machine polishing. A basic single step can run $200 to $400, and a multi-step correction on darker colors can hit $600 or more. Dealers and buyers see dull, scratched paint and assume the whole car was neglected, so resale drops even if the engine is perfect. Doing a safe pre-rinse, using 2 mitts, and working from the cleanest panel to the dirtiest costs almost nothing and protects every wash after it. Use moderate pressure, not paint stripping pressure, and let the foam or pre-rinse actually dwell for a minute so it can float dirt off. The more you remove without touching, the fewer swirls you will ever have. That is long-term value. Now that the contact part is safe, we have to control water and minerals, because even a perfect wash is ruined if you let tap water bake in the sun. If this is already saving you money and keeping your paint looking good, hit subscribe and drop a quick comment so we know to keep breaking down real wash secrets. Mistake 3. Letting water or chemicals dry on hot panels. Real paint damage happens when water or cleaner is allowed to sit and bake on a hot panel. Tap water is not pure. It carries calcium, magnesium, and other mineral solids. When the sun heats the hood or roof, the water evaporates, but the minerals stay behind like tiny rings. On dark paint that runs hotter, those rings can etches into the clear and leave a rough halo you can feel. Hard water makes this worse because every single drop leaves more residue, so one careless wash on a summer driveway can stain a big flat panel. The same thing happens with strong wheel cleaner or all-purpose cleaner mist that lands on warm paint. Those products are built to break grime, so if they dry on the surface, they can spot, streak, or even lighten softer, clearer. Detail shops see this a lot on trunks and doors that were sprayed too wide and never rinsed. Owners think the paint is faded, but it is actually a chemical marking. Money side is simple. Light spots might buff, but real etching usually needs machine polishing, and deep mineral bites sometimes need wet sanding. That is $200 to $700 that started with, "I just washed it quickly in the sun." On some factory thin clears, you do not even have many correction chances, so every baked spot is permanent. The fix is easy and cheaper. Wash in shade or at least when panels are cool to the touch. Work in sections, roof and glass, rinse, then doors, rinse, then lower panels. Never soap the whole car and then answer a phone call. Keep the surface wet but not pooling, and dry immediately with a clean towel or blower so minerals cannot anchor. If water is really hard where you live, use a final rinse from filtered water or chase it fast with a drying aid to give slick protection. Do this and you stop the slow, invisible oxidation that makes cars look older than they are. Touchless and cheap tunnel washes make this even riskier because they blast very strong alkaline soap to fake a hand wash. If that foam bakes on a hot hood, it can dull trim, stain emblems, and leave a dry look that buyers notice. Hot glass also spots fast, so do windows last in shade and dry them right away. That is how professionals keep black cars looking deep instead of chalky. Shade time now prevents big bills later in daily drivers everywhere. Keep buckets shaded and lids off hot black paint. Once the panels are spot-free and cool, the next thing that can do serious damage is how you actually dry the car after the rinse. Mistake 4. Bad drying tools and dry wiping. Most paint gets scratched, not while washing, but while people are trying to dry it. The mistake looks harmless. Grab a paper towel, an old bathroom cloth, or a dry, dusty microfiber and start wiping in circles. That towel has almost zero lubrication, so every tiny grain of leftover dirt becomes a mini blade. On soft, modern clear coats, which leave micro scratches and dull spider webs that make the whole car look tired. Do it week after week, and you build a swirl pattern that even non-car people can see. Chamois, even the fancy ones, can do the same damage when they trap grit. They are great at pulling water, but they have no pile to hide debris, so anything they pick up gets skated across the panel. Same with using wheel towels on paint. Wheel towels touch brake dust, iron, and sand. Those are high abrasive particles. Touching paint with them is like rubbing it with very fine sandpaper. Financially, this matters because swirl removal is skill work. A good paint correction or even a one-step polish is not cheap, and on leased or resale cars, heavy swirls knock value. Buyers think poorly cared for, and dealers see dollar signs. The fix is simple and feels better. Use clean, high GSM microfiber drying towels made for paint, and use a spray drying aid or quick detailer to add slip. That liquid coats the surface so the towel glides and lifts instead of dragging. Lay the towel flat, pull in straight lines, flip to a dry side often, and swap to a second towel before the first one gets soaked. If you have a blower or safe leaf blower, even better, blow out mirrors, emblems, and trim. First so less water drips later. Tool hygiene matters huge. Wash paint towels separately from wheel or engine towels. If one hits the ground, retire it to lower panels or wheels right away. Never use the gas station squeegee on paint. Never let kids help with shop rags. Drying should be low pressure, high lubrication, and clean, because the final mistake is the fast automatic wash that grinds other people's dirt into your clear. Store drying towels in a clean bin so they do not pick up garage grit, and never let them bake in trunk dust. If you have to wash in the sun, dry panel by panel so no droplets sit. Slow, gentle drying keeps gloss deep and clear for years of use. Even if you baby the drying stage, there is one quick and simple wash option that grinds other people's dirt into your clear every single week. Mistake 5. Automatic brush washes and high-pressure abuse. Here's the ugly truth about fast tunnel washes. Those spinning brushes didn't get washed before your turn. They just scrubbed 20 other dirty cars, picked up their road sand, winter salt, and brake dust, and now they're whipping that abrasive mess across your soft, clear like liquid sandpaper. Nylon or rubberized strips look safe, but at high speed, they pinstripe black and dark paint with tight circular swirls you only see under gas station lights. Do that once a week for a year and your 5-year-old car looks tired even if you change the oil on time. Even the no-touch bays can hurt paint when they crank the PSE too high or you stand too close. Pressure that is too strong at too short a distance can drive grit deeper, lift weak clear, peel old vinyl, or force water past old door seals. Same story on home driveways. People love to put the nozzle right up on badges and stickers at 90 degrees, and that is how trim, window seals, and wrap edges get lifted. Money side? Repeated tunnel abuse is why detailers get cars that are still new on paper, but need 2 or 3 stage correction to look glossy again. That is $200 to $800 just to undo $10 washes. Do this instead. If you must use a public wash, pick a true touchless with a good pre-soak, stand back so the jet has space to fan out, and still go home and dry with a clean microfiber so minerals don't spot. At home, keep the pressure washer in the safe range, use a wide fan tip, stay a foot or more off the surface, and never shoot straight into decals, sensors, or trim. Let soap do the heavy work, not brute force. That is how you get a clean car without grinding other people's dirt into your paint. Click the next video. We show the wash gear and drying towels that keep the clear coat shiny. Like, hype, and hit subscribe so you stay ahead of swirls, water spots, and dull paint. Keep your car clean, protected, and actually valuable.